के सबसे पहले सबको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो। आज की वीडियो में हम लोग मोस्टली कवर कर रहे होंगे, जैसे कि आपने टाइटल देखा होगा और उससे आपको कुछ आइडिया हो गया होगा। We're going to be covering how to go live and how to live stream using so far. It's called StreamYard, covering most of what is available on StreamYard and how you can utilize everything that's available within the software to go live on certain platforms, and that includes YouTube, that includes Facebook, that includes LinkedIn, etc. In order to provide you more information, I'm going to be sharing my screen and share with you all. Usme aapko step by step you would get an idea in this video. After this live stream ends, you guys can post your questions in the comments box, and we'll be more than happy to to get back to you and try to answer those questions. Okay, so in this, we're going to go ahead and open up StreamYard. Okay, once you're on the screen, so you can see that I have already created a broadcast. So currently I am live streaming. So it shows here that you are live streaming right now. However, I can just go ahead and click create a broadcast. When I click create a broadcast, so this is what happens when you're joining this page and you're new. You click create a broadcast, and then you click on your if you don't have your account added here, you can simply go ahead and add an account, or maybe add another destination. And when you click add a destination, it gives you all these options. You can go to Facebook page, Facebook group, Facebook profile, LinkedIn page, LinkedIn event, YouTube channel, Twitter, Twitch, and etc. So you can choose any of these. So let's say if I choose let's say if I choose a Facebook page, so it'll ask me to connect to Facebook first, obviously. So you need to connect to your Facebook account. I haven't done that already. But if I go ahead and click YouTube, it's asking me to again add that account that I want to connect, because I already have one account added. Now, when you click the already added account, or the destinations that you've added already, it's going to ask you for a title and a description. This is the same thing that you do when you post a video on YouTube. So you add a title. The title should be something जो कि लोग YouTube पे search कर रहे हैं. If you want more people to watch your videos, and to make it easier for them to find out your videos, you need to make sure that your title and description अच्छे होने चाहिए और easily accessible होने चाहिए. And to give you a slight tip on that, what you can do is you can open up another browser, and preferably incognito mode mein, so that your search history doesn't influence what you're searching there. Just open up YouTube and type certain words, and it'll give you a list of keywords or tags that can help you. और उनको अगर आप utilize करोगे यहाँ पे, it's going to help you get more people. But with that, I think there is one more thing, and someone has joined us. Assalamu alaikum, Saira. How are you? Okay. So with that, someone has joined us. Okay. Description, same thing. Title or description को add करने के बाद, you can choose to go, choose to make it public, unlisted, or private. Unlisted and private videos. By the way, just another point, that if a video is unlisted or private, वो वीडियो के ऊपर आप मोनेटाइजेशन नहीं कर सकते. You need to make sure कि आप वीडियोस को पब्लिक रखो. Once you add a title and a description, so if I just type test and create a broadcast, it's asking for one moment, as it says it needs a moment to. Okay, so it says you're entering a broadcast studio, and you get to this screen. Now, this is a screen where you need to first check your microphone if it's working, check your camera if it's working. Now, that takes me to my second point that I wanted to cover in this video, and that is, most of the work that happens on our computers, basically while using this software, it's actually on the server. So even if you have a Chromebook या आपके पास कोई ऐसा लैपटॉप या ऐसा सिस्टम है जो कि बहुत फास्ट नहीं है, it is still going to work. तो उसमें आपको ज़्यादा issues नहीं होंगे. Okay, even if you have a 5-year-old laptop, अगर आपके पास कोई डेस्कटॉप है जो कि Pentium 4 पड़ा हुआ है आपके पास पुराना जो कि आप यूज नहीं करते हो, एंड यू थिंक एंड यू वंडरिंग कि if I want to live stream मेरे पास एक बहुत ही heavy system होना चाहिए with a graphics card and with a heavy RAM, and yes, those things do help, but if you don't have that, good thing about this software is that it does most of this for you um, on the cloud service, so you don't need a heavy system. Okay, so what they recommend is that you invest in a good microphone, because that is important while you're streaming. You should be audible. आपकी आवाज क्लियर होनी चाहिए, ना हो कि आपकी आवाज लोगों को आ ही ना रही हो, या बहुत हमिंग नॉइस हो रही हो, तो उसके लिए एक अच्छा माइक्रोफोन ले लें. एंड बाय द वे सॉरी फॉर द बैकग्राउंड नॉइस. अच्छा, a pair of headphones is also a good idea. This will reduce the potential for echo if you're bringing on guests. So uh, I'll be covering this part later in this stream. कि आप guests को भी invite कर सकते हो अपने साथ. So if you're sitting here and speaking, maybe you want a live session, maybe just for chit chat, and you want other people to join and enjoy your conversation that you're having with each other. So you have that option to, so you can go and you can go live. Assalamu alaikum, Saira, your cousin. Okay, Saira. Okay, nice. I didn't know you have that. You have my account, but nice to have you here, Saira. कैसे हैं आप? How's everyone? Okay, cool. Next up is browsers. So multiple browsers can be used for this software. So उसके अंदर आपका Chrome browser आ जाता है, Firefox आ जाता है, I think Opera browser आ जाता है. ये तीन main browsers हैं जो कि ज़्यादातर हम लोग use करते हैं इसके अंदर. And then you can add Safari as well, but I would not recommend using Safari. Yeah, Internet Explorer. These three would work best. If you don't have any of these, consider installing one of these. And if you want to install one of these, I would suggest you go with Google Chrome, because that works best. Acha, so these are the browsers. Moving on to our next point. Let's say you come here, you get to the screen, and you notice that your microphone is not working. So there are a few things to troubleshoot that problem. There could be several steps, and I'll go one by one. So first, if you notice that यहाँ पे you see this bar while I speak, the green bar goes up and down. That means my microphone is working right now. And right now I'm using my AirPods, but इसके लिए you can use your laptop microphone as well if it's good. But again, you got to make sure that your audio is good. If you don't see this bar here, this means your microphone is not working. So first, you need to make sure that you're using the correct microphone. And how do you do that? You click here. It says mic and camera. So you see right now I'm on the camera. You go to audio, and you see this bar here. Now there's a list of microphones. So if I click here, it says, it gives me a list of the available microphones. Right now, I know the one that I'm using is my AirPods, as I mentioned earlier. So that's the correct one. But if you have selected an incorrect microphone, that's probably not connected, maybe, you would end up with that issue. So you need to make sure of that first. So once you've made sure that you are using the correct microphone, second thing that you need to make sure is that if you're using a headset or mic with a mute button, so there are certain headsets जिनके साथ mute buttons होते हैं, physical mute buttons, I mean. If that mute button is off, that means your microphone, of course, wouldn't work. So you need to just make sure to check that as well. I know it's something very basic, but it helps. It always helps. There are certain things जो कि बहुत minor होती हैं, but at times बहुत ज़्यादा troublesome होती हैं. So just making sure that is good. Okay, coming to a third point, is there another program that is using your mic? So there are certain softwares that you use at times जो कि आपका microphone use कर रहे होते हैं, and with that software using your microphone, you wouldn't be able to use the same microphone with another software at the same time simultaneously. So that's not possible. So these softwares कौन से हो सकते हैं? इसके अंदर आपका Skype हो सकता है. If you're using Skype browser, और अगर आपको लग रहा है कि Skype आपका active है and that's using your microphone, you need to make sure that you disconnect there and use your microphone with this platform only. सेकंड इज जूम कॉल्स. आजकल वर्क फ्रॉम होम, स्टडी फ्रॉम होम वाला सीन है, तो बहुत सारे लोग जूम कॉल्स के ऊपर क्लासेस ले रहे होते हैं, जॉब्स कर रहे होते हैं, मीटिंग्स कर रहे होते हैं. तो अगर आपका जूम एक्टिवेटेड है तो मेक श्योर कि वो भी चेक कर लें कि is Zoom using your microphone, which is the reason why you're not able to see it here, provided that you've selected the correct option, correct microphone from the list. Excuse me. Fourth, and again, an important point, did you mute your mic in your computer settings? So when I talk about settings here and certain softwares, then you need to make sure that your microphone settings in your computer. Right now, I'm using a MacBook, so I'll have to, for me, I'll have to go here, system preferences, and then select my microphone and check if the microphone settings are fine within my computer settings. If you're using a Windows computer, same thing. Go to settings, go to your microphone settings and make sure कि वहाँ से आपका microphone mute नहीं है, or if it's working properly, if the drivers are installed properly, those good things. So once you've tried 1, 2, 3, 4 of these steps, and if you think that your microphone is still not working, everything that I mentioned is there, then the next step, the fifth step, would be to restart your browser. So all you got to do is just maybe close the browser, try restarting your computer as well if that's possible. That would be even better. So restart your computer, restart your browser, open it up again, go through these steps and see if that works out. Still not working, then you have that option to reach out to StreamYard team and they would be able to assist you as well. They have a support team, by the way, and they're really good. I tried them once, and this is one of the best teams, to be very honest. They've been doing a phenomenal job. Okay. Now, next up, we're gonna talk about, and I'll be covering the green screen and camera in a moment. So right now, I'm gonna start with the camera. So आपको mic के साथ camera का भी थोड़ा सा idea हो जाए. If you're using a MacBook, there is slightly different, a slightly different setting. So in order to make sure कि आपका camera accessible है इस प्लेटफॉर्म के साथ, StreamYard को एक्सेस चाहिए होती है आपके कैमरा की, आपके माइक्रोफोन की, and your computer you in fact need to provide that access to StreamYard. So usually what happens is when you first time open this up, तो आपको वो पूछता है कि do you want to grant access? अगर आप grant access कर देते हो तो that's fine. अगर आप नहीं करते हो तो you need to go to certain settings and change a few things ताकि वो आपका microphone काम करना start कर दे. I'm not going to get into a lot of details कि आप वहाँ पे किस तरह से settings में जाके allow कर सकते हो on an iOS, on a MacBook, on a Windows computer, on an Android. वो सारी settings जो है वो we'll probably try and cover that some other day. But just to give you an idea, okay, that can be one of the reasons as well. Okay, let's go to camera and check. So I've clicked on camera and it said stop camera, or मेरा camera अभी off हो गया. Now you can see my avatar, but you're not able to see my face because I've turned the camera off. Assalamu alaikum Hasnan, how are you? Hasnan, if you're the same Hasnan, I think I know you as well. Okay, cool. Moving on. So basically what I was talking about is you can turn your camera off, you can turn your camera on, you can, while you're in the conversation, अगर घर वाले आ जाते हैं और पीछे शोर मचा रहे हैं, you can always turn your microphone off as well. You have that option. So all of these options would be there on this screen. So if I go to this screen, you can see that I have these options here. I can turn on myself on, I can put myself on mute, I can stop my camera, and then I can go to these settings and, go from there. I am Arif's cousin. Yes, I know. I know Hassan. Okay. Hassan, I hope you're doing well. I hope सब ठीक है. सबको मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत सलाम कहना. Okay. Moving on. So once you've made sure that all of these settings are good, everything is working fine, you need to enter the broadcast studio. And then when you enter the broadcast studio, you need to click here. Okay, by the way, you can choose a display name as well. That is the name that, as you can see here, It says PK. That's my display name that I've chosen right now. I don't know why I chose that, but yeah, it's there. So you can choose a display name for yourself. Just add it here, enter the broadcast studio. It's going to take you to this screen. Now, when you're on this screen, this is the same screen, by the way, you see here, but you see, I am not on this screen. It's just a background. You guys won't see here. And why that? It's because you see, I have not added my to the stream yet, and this is an important step. So if you go live, that means that nobody's gonna see you, nobody's going to be able to hear you. कोई अब आपकी आवाज भी नहीं सुन सकता, आपको देख भी नहीं सकता जब तक आप यहाँ से जाके अपने आप को add to stream नहीं करते. Same goes with guests. If you have a guest, they're going to appear here on this list. अगर आप उनको allow नहीं करते and add to stream नहीं करते, they'll be sitting here and only you would be able to see. उनको नजर नहीं आ रहा होगा. By उनको I mean जो बाकी लोग आपकी stream देख रहे होंगे, जो आपको follow कर रहे होंगे, they wouldn't be able to see that there's someone that is sitting here with you on the screen. Okay, so as you can see here, I have two of them right now. एक ये है और एक मेरी जो screen में share कर रहा हूँ. And if I have some guests here, तो वो भी यहाँ पे add हो जाएंगे नीचे. With this, I am going to give me 1 second, guys, please. Thank you. So if I stop my camera from here, you can see okay, my camera's off now, but you can still hear me, I'm pretty sure, because my microphone's still on. If I add myself to the stream, you can clearly see that I'm added to the stream now, and you can see my face when I speak. You can see these bars. That means that I'm audible, people can hear me. And then this is the section on the right side on the StreamYard where you can, you're going to get all the comments that your viewers are going to post here, and then you can reply to their comments, post a comment from here. That's going to start an interaction with your audience. Now, if someone leaves a comment, and if you want to highlight, and if you want other people who are watching the stream to see that comment, and if you, let's say, somebody asked you a question and you're answering the question, and then you want other people to know what's going on, so it's not very random. You start speaking about something that is one viewer watching your stream, but then there are a lot of people watching your stream at the same time. You can always go here, and it gives you an option to show this message on your stream. So if you click here, it's going to bring that message with that avatar. So right now it's StreamYard because this is their general message only cover. But if it's a comment, it's gonna bring that avatar and their comment, and everybody who's watching the stream can view this. So that's one option, and that's, I think, a very good option that they're providing in the free version as well. You don't even have to pay for this. That's good. Second one is banners. Right now I have created 4 banners for myself, but you can create as many as you want. And not just that, but you can create folders and you can put banners within the folders. Now, what are banners? Basically, it is, for example, if I want my people to start asking me questions, I can just go ahead and click here. Now it says here, ask questions. Now your people would know what you're talking about. Your people would know what you're covering, etc. So this is an important setting. This is an important option that I wanted to cover. If you say join the call, etc., etc. You can create as many as you want. And as I said earlier, you can create multiple different banners for multiple different kinds of chats, or maybe events, or if it's an interview and you want to cover something, or if it's an event where you have multiple people who join that event. You can create different folders and put those banners there so you can use them time to time and as needed. Okay, cool. Now, if I've clicked here, it says hide current banner. So I clicked hide current banner. It just went away. Next one is brand. So under brand, you can see first up brand color. So you can choose any color that you like. And if you see on the bottom left corner, you can see my, with my name, the color changes. That's basically the brand color. They call it the brand, and you can change the brand color just like that. Okay, moving on. Next one is themes. So you can pick any. So right now I have it on the default one. You can choose the minimal, which is, you see, it's just my name It's just a minimal theme. This is beautiful. And then you can choose the bubble one. You can choose the block one. Or these are the 4 options that I think they have right now in the free version. I'm not sure about the paid version because I'm using the free version. So if they have more, not aware of that. But then they might add more in the future. But I think the ones that they have right now, these are beautiful. Logo. So right now you see on the top right corner of my screen, you see powered by StreamYard. This is because I'm using the free version. If I was using the paid version, I can always replace this logo and add one that I have created, my own logo. So if you have your own company logo, you can put that here. That's going to be visible. Next one is overlay. StreamYard overlay. So if I click here right now, you see that it says that StreamYard and StreamYard live show, and then you can choose to upload overlays as well. But that option is currently available only in the paid version. Okay, next one is video clips. Yes, you can start video clips. So if I click here, it's going to launch a video clip, and if you can see your screen, you can see that it's a countdown that's going on right now. So you can upload any clips. Okay, so I think I went on mute for a moment. I apologize about that. So what I was saying is that if you click on this, it's going to start that video. It could be an intro, let's say a meeting, before an interview, before a presentation. If you want to start with an intro, this is going to be helpful. And if you want to add a clip from here, you can just click here and add the clip. It's going to be visible there as well. Now, coming to backgrounds. Now, background is important because right now you see it's black. You can see behind me, it's just a simple plain black background. I can add here. I can add from here by clicking on this button, but that's again, that option is currently only available in the upgraded version of this, the paid version. But that's good. I'm good with black. If you want to get this, if you want to see some other background or a classy background, or a cool outlook, I think इसका paid version आपको purchase करना पड़ेगा. So far, good for me. Private chat क्या होती है? So if you have multiple guests within your stream, and you guys are speaking to each other, and then let's say you want to send out a private message to this individual, you can simply type it here, send it, and it'll go to your guests, and people watching your stream outside of the guest list would not be able to see what you guys are communicating. And that's important because at times you have to speak to each other while you're on the live stream to share certain messages. So that's important. So it's that setting right here. You can utilize that as well. Now, going back to settings, that's the last option. Now you can see there's an option for broadcast quality, and there's an option to go to full high definition as well. And that option right now is available only in the paid version. However, before you want to go to 1080p, you need to make sure of a couple of things, and they've mentioned them here. You need solid internet. We highly recommend a wired connection instead of a Wi-Fi. 2, unless you have 1080p access on Facebook, viewers can only watch in 720p. And third one is YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch support 1080p. So these 3 platforms do support 1080p, but you need to make sure that you're using a solid internet connection, and with your viewers should have a good internet connection as well. I like it to stay at 720p. I don't find any issues with that. Works pretty fine, works smoothly, even with slightly lower speed of internet. That's fine. Camera, currently I have it off. Audio, same thing. We've already covered that. Now there are a couple of options that I want to cover in audio. There's one, echo cancellation. This is important. If not a proper set of headphones or a very good microphone, you need to select this option so that it cancels all the echo, because otherwise the sound would not be too good. The second option is stereo audio. अगर आपको ये second option enable करनी है, you gotta disable the first option. So if I disable the first option, you see this option becomes available easily. And then the third option is automatically adjust microphone volume. I've set this as off, and I've set my microphone's volume जहाँ पे मुझे लगता है कि it's good. Otherwise, you can always choose this option as well. It'll automatically set your microphone's volume. Fourth option is green screen. That means if you have a green screen in the background, or even a blue screen, it works with both. But then you got to make sure that your lighting setup is good. और आपके पीछे you have a green screen properly set up होनी चाहिए. There are tutorials available on YouTube if you want to check it out. Just go check it out, how to use a green screen or blue screen properly. That's going to help you a lot. With that, I think the next point that I want to cover is the last one, that's guests. Okay, by the way, what green screen does is if you have a proper green screen installed, if you click on any of these backgrounds, then you can add more from here as well. If you have that installed, then it's going to basically change your background with anything that you choose. And that's pretty cool at times. Okay, last is guests. So there are three options. Guests see your comments. The second one is play as guest enters. So it's always a good option to have, because if you're on some other screen and you want to know if a guest entered your live stream, you can just select this option. It'll, as soon as someone enters in your guest list, it'll play a bell sound, so you would know someone entered your stream. And then guest authenticate. This is the last option that they have here. This is important, and let's go and see what this is. It says request to authenticate with YouTube or Facebook. This is required if you want the ability to ban guests from your studio. So if you want that, you can check this option. And then a list of banned guests. So if you have banned anyone from your stream, you can just put them. You would be able to see them here under this list, so they'll be available. So you can unban from this list if you want to in the future. So that's going to be helpful as well. Now, moving on, let's just go to some of these options that are available here on my screen. So we've covered mute, we've covered start cam and stop camera. We've covered this option as well. Now there's an option share. So if I click here, it's going to give me an option to share a video file or share my screen. Currently, I'm sharing my screen. That's why you're able to see what's going on my screen. So that option is there. And I can also share a video file as well. If you're streaming on YouTube, if you're streaming on Facebook, just make sure that you don't share any copyrighted content. Otherwise, it's going to, maybe get you a strike on your channel. And maybe the video, in fact, not maybe, but definitely the video will be deleted if you're not complying with the guidelines and copyright guidelines and SOPs that YouTube uses. So you got to make sure that whatever you're sharing is your own content, or you have the rights to use that content. The next option is invite, and now if I click here, it says invite guests to the broadcast studio. Now this is important. So when I say invite guests to the broadcast studio, it means you can only invite guests to the broadcast studio. You shouldn't be sharing this link with your with the people that are watching your stream, and this is important. Because otherwise, the people, I mean, if a lot of people are watching your stream, there's going to be a list of people who would want to be, to be on this guest list. And in the free version, you can have up to 6 people that can be in your guest list, and you guys can talk to each other. But in the paid version, it could be more than 6. But you got to make sure that this is shared only with the guests and not with the viewers. And the difference between guests and viewers I've already mentioned. So yeah, that's important. Okay, so that's one option right there. If you want, if you want more people to join, or watch your stream, I think you can go to the platform जहाँ पे आपने वो video share की भी होती है. So if I go here, it's giving me the same option here. But then if I want to know कि कौन से बंदे मेरे इस platform पे right now, currently I'm streaming on YouTube. If you want to see how many people are watching that, I can either watch here. Right now, there's no one watching, just myself only. But if there are more people, I think it'll give me a list from here as well. Or I can go to YouTube and just go and check from there that how many people are watching. But generally, as far as I know, StreamYard does not recommend doing so. उसकी reason ये है कि अगर आप, if you're streaming एक जगह पे, your microphone is unmute, and if you start, like if you're watching your own stream on the same system, on the same computer, and both of the microphones or one of the microphones even is unmuted, it's going to create distortion. आपको echo आ रहा होगा और आपकी आवाज 2 दफा आ रही होगी, and that's not a very good experience. So StreamYard recommends to avoid that. Now, this pretty much covers, I think, a lot of what StreamYard is, how does this work, stuff like that. With that, I'm going to, end this session here, and then I would request you guys to, reach out if you have any questions. Just post them here. Um, just mention, and I'll try my level best to answer all of your comments. And if there is something that I missed during the tutorial, I can always cover that in the next session. And if I need more information about anything, I can go ahead and go back, check that information, and get back to you guys. And even if I have missed anything, please feel free to mention, and we can cover that. Thank you so much for being a part of today's session. Whoever is watching this, thank you very much. Please share this video as much as possible with a lot of people, because a lot of people I know are struggling when it comes to live streaming because they're using softwares that are either not compatible, or their systems are not good enough to support those systems, because most of that stuff is going on within your computers and within your processors and your graphic cards. And that can be a problem. But this software is going to help a lot in these sort of situations. So this might help someone out there who's looking for a solution and who might not know about this solution. So if you can share this video with those people, and if even one person gets benefit from this video, it's going to be a huge success that I'll consider for myself. I'm a new YouTuber myself. I'm still learning a lot of things, but anything that I can do to help anyone, because I have struggled a lot in order to get some subscribers that I have so far. And thank you so much to all of you for, who have supported me throughout my journey. But it's not an easy journey, and I know, and we understand that. So please do share this content. Please do, share with other people so they can get benefit out of it as well. Thank you so much for being a part of today's session, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day, and happy Ramadan to all of you. Bye-bye.